Hi, today we're going to again talk about sitting posture. We've already talked about sitting posture at work as well as at home, but now we're going to talk about the car, which I think is just as important as any of those other postures because we spend 15 minutes to run across town, or sometimes we sit in the car for 2-3 hours to go to the next city. Two things we're going to look at is the seat as well as the backrest. Those two angles we want to try to make 90 degrees as possible to put our spine into the correct posture, which automatically puts our head into the correct posture. So we're going to take a look at the seat first. Most seats these days are in an angle backwards, or in fact they're a bucket seat to make the seat lower in the car to allow more room in above the head. So again, with this car, hopefully you can see that it's in an angle back. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a blanket, and we're going to roll one end a little more than the other end, or quite a bit more the other end. And what we're going to try to do is make a wedge out of this and stick that wedge in the back of the car to take out that angle. You can go online, you can buy wedges for seats, which are good for at home as well in the car. The second component, we're going to try to get this backrest into a vertical position, but here's what the problem is with most cars, is that now this angle of the headrest is too far forward for whiplash reasons. So don't mess around with that, leave that alone. So you incline that chair back, and what we're going to do now is we're going to get a pillow, an inflatable pillow. It's called a Medicare back pillow. And you don't inflate it all the way because we kind of want a little bit of the air to move around to adjust your spine. There's a strap that comes along with it. We looped it around, and we're going to loop it around the headrest so it automatically sits in that correct position all the time. So now as you look at this, you're going to see that the chair is now horizontal and the backrest is vertical. We're going to have Amanda come sit in this car, and we're going to take a look at that. I'm going to show you a couple other little tricks that we can do. So the first thing we're going to take a look at is that her thigh is in a horizontal position, so that will tell me that then we have the correct angle. We could raise her up just a little bit, and then we're going to slide her back just a little bit there. And again, the struggle is as you raise that car seat up, your head's going to hit the headrest or the top of the car, and that's the just the problem with the volume that we have now between the bottom of the seat versus the top. Trucks are really the best because you have more room to adjust. These smaller cars, particularly bucket seats, you don't have as much room to play around with. So that's probably as good as we can get without hitting her head up on top of the car. And then we take a look at the vertical component. Is your head hitting there? So not too bad. Her head is just touching. I'm going to bring her back just a tiny bit just so she doesn't feel like that headrest again is pushing her forward. So now we take a look at her ear, her shoulder, her hip are in straight alignment, and we're as close to a horizontal thigh as I think we're going to get with this particular car. Okay, so we're in as good of a position as we can. She looks good to me. Now I'm going to ask her to change the rear view mirror so that in this perfect posture, as she looks out that rear view mirror, she can see out the back. As soon as she can't see out the back correctly with the rear view mirror, what she needs to do is take a look at her posture, and she may have to make a couple adjustments. Maybe her butt slid out just a little bit, and she'll have to push her butt back into the chair, or maybe her head's starting to pop forward. She'll have to bring her head back. So take some time, work on getting this alignment good, because this could either be 15 minutes of good posture, or this could be 15 minutes of bad posture. Thank you.